you. Okay, good afternoon, my student. How are you today? Okay, Alhamdulillah, I'm fine too. Thank you. By the way, are you ready for your English lesson? Okay, thank you. Now, let's play before we start our lesson. Okay, done. I want to know who isn't here today. Let's start our lesson now. Who still remember what we have studied last week? Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you, Ayu. Do you still remember the definition of news item text? Yes. Okay, Konita.
There are three definitions of news item. The first, it is a text which informs readers about events of the day. The second, the events are considered newsworthy or important. And the third, it reports an important event that should be known by many people.
Okay, thank you, Konita. You are smart. Why we learn news item text?
We learn news item text because it relates to our daily life. By learning news item text, it means that we will get much knowledge and information from all over the world.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we come to the text structure. Who still remember what is the generic structures of news item text? Okay, Debbie. Debbie want to say something?
The generic structure of news item. The first, main events or newsworthy events, recounts the events in summary form, and the second, elaboration or background events, elaborate what happens to whom in what circumstance, and the third, resource of information or source, contains comments by participants in, witnesses to, and authorities expert on the event.
You are excellent, Debbie. Thank you.
The learning objective for today are students can apply simple past tense and reported speech in news item text, and students are able to catch the news that heard.
Today, we are going to study about linguistic feature of the news item. Can you explain to me what is the linguistic feature of the news item text? Yes? Next? Okay. Okay.
Now, we are going to discuss about linguistic features of news item text. There are some characteristics in news item text. First, using action verb. Action verbs, as you have guessed, is a verb that expresses an action. Any verb that describes what someone or something does is an action verb. An action verb can be physical or mental. For example, go, live, meet, run, etc. The second, using saying verb. Saying verb are verbs such as say or ask, which we typically use to report what someone said. Here are some examples of saying verb. First, why can I sleep? He asked. Second, Miss Lee said that it looked like a job for Granny Gong in direct speech. Third, he told me that he couldn't sleep. The third, using adverb. An adverb is a word that modifies verb, adjectives, and other adverbs. Basically, most adverbs tell you how, in what way, when, where, and to what extent something is done. In other words, they describe the manner, place, or time of an action. Here are some examples. He speaks quietly. Quietly is an adverb of manner. I live here. Here is an adverb of place. We will leave tomorrow. Tomorrow is an adverb of time. The fourth is tenses, using past tense in explaining news event. But if it is a fact that until now still happen or still in the form of fact, then can use simple present tense. Do you got it? Have you understood? Okay, thank you.
I have sent you the material about simple past, and I hope you have learned about it. And now, why news item tag use simple past?
Because news items text has happened, so news items text must use simple past tense because the event has happened.
Okay, that's good. Excellent. Thank you, Lydia. In news item tag, use simple past because the news which reports in news item has happened, and to report something or even has already happened, we use simple past. Please discuss with your friend by using WhatsApp. Discuss about why news item text use reported speech. Okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, finish. Have you understood? Have you got the answer? Okay, who can explain why news item text use reported speech?
Because the news item text used to communicate to another person or group what somebody has said. So we must to change what people say into indirect sentence or reported speech.
Direct speech is the actual words of the speaker are quoted as it is without any change. Indirect speech is used to report what someone may have said, and so it always used in the simple past tense.
Now we come to the listening section.
Works in pair. I want to give you an audio. It's content about the news. You have to understand what is the news about. Focus on what is the news about. Where did the news happen? Where did the event happen? Why did the event happen? Who were involved in the event? How serious was the crime? And what is the source of the text? Focus on that question, and all of you have to listen the audio carefully and write the point now.
Indonesian maid beheaded. An Indonesian housemaid has been executed in Saudi Arabia after being convicted of killing her employer, the Saudi Interior Minister said. The woman was beheaded in the southern Aceh province in what was the second execution in the country. The maid was earlier found of suffocating her female boss and stealing her jewelry. Rape, Murder and other serious crimes can carry the death penalty in the conservative Desert Kingdom. Last year, Saudi Arabia, which follow a strict interpretation of Sharia, Islamic law, executed more than 130 people.
After you listen the audio, please present what you have got from the audio. Lydia as the speaker and the Dionysia as the listener. Okay, Lydia first.
What I was catch in the news text is about the employee of Indonesian was executed by Saudi Arabian. The case is similar with other countries. They steal the jewelry and other criminals. And the Ministry of Saudi Arabian was executed them.
And how about Dionysia? You are as the listener.
Indonesian maid beheaded. An Indonesian housemaid has been executed in Saudi Arabia after being convicted of killing her employer. The Saudi Interior Minister said the woman was beheaded in the southern Aceh province, in what was the second execution in the country. The maid was earlier found of suffocating her female boss and stealing her jewelry. Rape, murder, and other serious crimes can carry the death penalty in the conservative Desert Kingdom. Last year, Saudi Arabia, which followed a strict interpretation of Sharia Islamic law, executed more than 130
Okay, now
people.
change the position. Lydia as the listener and Okta as the speaker. Now let's we discuss together. What is the news about?
The news about an Indonesian maid was beheaded in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, thank you, Ayu. Next question. Where did they even happen?
Saudi Arabian.
Okay, thank you, Lydia. You are smart. What is the source of the text?
It from the Saudi Interior Minister's statement.
The Saudi Interior Minister's statement. Okay. Now, I want one of you summarize or conclude our activity for today.
The conclusions that we can be drawn from today's lesson is we can find out various kinds of definitions of news items. We can also find out the language features and generic structure of news items.
Okay, that's great. Do you find it difficult to understand the news? After you study about grammar focus, simple past, and reported speech, I want you do the activity on student worksheet. Do individually. After you answer the question on student worksheet, submit on Google Classroom or WhatsApp. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. Any question before we end this class? Okay, thank you so much for your attention. I hope you really understand what we have learned today. See you by next week. Assalamualaikum.